Okay, fair enough. So, without wasting time, just letting you know the purpose of the session. So, randomly हुआ क्या that I had to come up, ठीक है, with what to say up in particular a session. जिसमें I asked some people if you are available, just write a random essay. So my purpose was to ensure that if you are writing essay within a time limit, I will be just reviewing it right now. So yeah, it became a late night session. I expected at least 5 people to write. Only then I will be visiting it. But somehow I got 4 copies in general. So what I wanted to actually give you the feel. See, sometimes these sessions, what it shows you, they are random, unplanned. मजा आ जाता है बस काम करने में, ठीक है. मे बी आप लोग कुछ चीजें जिसे बोलते हैं ना कि क्या कर रहे होंगे, अवॉइड कर रहे होंगे कि आज तक ऐसे लिखा है कि नहीं लिखा. एंड इट माइट हैव बिकम अ रियलिटी चेक फॉर यू गाइस. ओके, अ रियलिटी चेक फॉर यू गाइस. तो ऐसे में क्या होता है कि फोर्स किया, इनर्शिया तोड़ा. तो लॉ ऑफ इनर्शिया जो होता है कि वंस इन द स्टैटिक पोस्चर आप स्टैटिक रहोगे, वंस यू आर इन द मोशन यू आर इन द मोशन. तो आपने ना एक हेजिटेंसी को आज रिमूव कर दिया जिन लोगों ने भी ऐसे लिखा. मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल दोज हु विल बी वाचिंग ऑन इट ऑन यूट्यूब, और या कल मॉर्निंग में आपको पता लगेगा कि अचानक से क्या हो गया. सो आई कीप थ्रोइंग सम रैंडम थिंग्स. I was just busy with certain things of my curiosity batch student, then I suddenly was like exhausted. तो मेरा मन गया कि कुछ अब पढ़ते हैं. So then suddenly this quote comes and I started writing essay myself. ठीक है, जो मैंने essay लिखा है वो पूरा नहीं हुआ है. तो I wrote it for 35-40 minutes along with you guys. फिर मतलब एक दो फोन आ गए तो then I ended up कि कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा मैं. ठीक है, तो जो मैंने लिखा है उसका मैं एटलीस्ट इंट्रोडक्शन आप लोगों को जरूर शेयर करूंगा. स्पेसिफिकली अगर इस एस्से वाले वीडियो पे रिस्पॉन्स आ गए या आप लोगों ने एस्से के टॉपिक पे एस्से एटलीस्ट ट्राई किया, मैं ये जरूर बोल सकता हूँ कि इंट्रोडक्शन बड़ा तोड़ू सा लिखा है. मतलब मुझे खुद को देख के मजा सा आ गया. ठीक है, तो दिस इज हाउ द थिंग्स आर गोइंग फॉर मी. चलो विदाउट वेस्टिंग योर टाइम, चलो लेट नाइट ज्ञान एस्से पे शुरू करते हैं. एक बहुत रैंडम से सेशन शुरू हुआ है, तो आई आस्क पीपल कि चलो यार एस्से कैसे शुरू करते हैं. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट आवर सेशन. इसको मैं बोलूंगा एज सिंपल कि भाई ये एस्से कैसे. ठीक है, एस्से कैसे. ठीक है, चलो. सो या फर्स्ट, अब आपको ना टॉपिक क्लियर होना चाहिए. तो टॉपिक ऐसे का था मेरे, जो मैंने आप लोगों को दिया सिंपल. टाइम इज अ क्रिएटेड थिंग. टू से आई डोंट हैव टाइम इज टू से आई डोंट वांट टू. बेसिकली इफ एनीथिंग इज इंपॉर्टेंट इन योर लाइफ, चाहे वो आपका रिलेशनशिप हो, चाहे वो आपका पढ़ाई से रिलेशनशिप हो, चाहे आपको किसी दोस्त को टाइम देना हो, अगर आपको उसको टाइम देना है तो आप उसके लिए टाइम निकाल ले लेंगे. अगर नहीं दे पा रहे तो ठीक है, आई डोंट हैव टाइम इज जस्ट बेसिकली यू डोंट वांट टू डू इट. ठीक है, तो दिस इज हाउ द थिंग्स आर स्टार्टेड. तो ऐसे में ना यार, सबसे पहले मैं आप लोगों को कुछ चीजें समझाना चाहूंगा कि फर्स्ट थिंग फर्स्ट, ऐसे में हमको मीनिंग समझना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी रहता है. भाई ये ऐसे का मीनिंग हो क्या सकता है. ठीक है, तो इफ आई जस्ट आस्क यू, यहाँ पे ऐसे कह रहा है आई डोंट वांट टू, और ये कह रहा है ये क्रिएटेड थिंग है. मींस क्रिएटेड थिंग मतलब अगर कोई भी चीज क्रिएट हो रही है तो कोई उसे कंट्रोल कर रहा है, एज सिंपल एज दैट. ठीक है, क्या मतलब है कि आप उसको कंट्रोल कर रहे हो अगर कोई वो क्रिएटेड थिंग है. तो मेरे को ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि मैं क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ तो कोई ना कोई तो उसे कंट्रोल भी कर रहा है. ठीक है, अब कंट्रोल में आप ना देखो यहाँ पे क्लैरिटी भी समझ सकते हो. आई डोंट वांट, हो सकता है कि भाई ये क्लैरिटी है कि मुझे इस काम करने से कुछ नया मिलेगा नहीं. तो ऐसे में ना एक चीज हमेशा ये भी याद रखना कि हमेशा टॉपिक को ना रिविजिट करते रहना. हमेशा टॉपिक को अपने रिविजिट करते रहना, ये आपको बहुत बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प करेगा इन लॉन्गर रन. ठीक है, तो अब इसमें सिंपल क्या कह रहा है अपने को कि हाउ यू बेसिकली आर गोइंग टू राइट द एसे अबाउट इट. ठीक है, स्क्रीन शेयर हो रही है. कैन समवन जस्ट प्लीज कंफर्म इफ स्क्रीन इज शेयर्ड. जस्ट आप यस और नो बोल दीजिए.
नो सर.
नो. ओके. ओके, लेट मी स्टार्ट द स्क्रीन शेयरिंग फर्स्ट. नाउ इट शुड बी विजिबल आई गेस.
यस.
ओके, सो यार मैंने ऐसे शुरू कर दिया था और बेसिकली स्क्रीन शेयर. तो बेसिकली मीनिंग में क्या कह रहा है कि मैंने ये बताया आप लोगों को कि ऐसे के टॉपिक में था क्रिएटेड. ठीक है, मतलब टाइम इज क्रिएटेड, अगर आपका उसके ऊपर कंट्रोल है, तो अगर आपने बोल दिया कि आई डोंट वांट टू शेयर, आई डोंट वांट टू गिव यू टाइम, इट्स परफेक्टली फाइन। तो हम लोगों को क्लियर होना चाहिए सबसे पहले एस्से का टॉपिक। तो जस्ट फॉर योर सेक, जिन लोगों को एस्से का टॉपिक नहीं पता है, तो मैं फर्स्ट पेज पे एक बार लिख देता हूँ, ऐसा करता हूँ, देन वी विल स्टार्ट। ठीक है, तो एस्से का टॉपिक इज नथिंग बट इट सेज टाइम is created. So those who do not know it, the topic, the time is created thing. ठीक है, टाइम एक क्रिएटेड थिंग है। टू से, ठीक है, क्या टू से आई डोंट हैव टाइम इज टू से आई डोंट वांट टू। ठीक है, ये मेरा टॉपिक ऑफ द एस्से है जो मैंने रैंडमली टेलीग्राम चैनल पे पोस्ट किया, एंड आई आस्क यू गाइस टू राइट। सो देखो, फर्स्ट थिंग हमें अपने कीवर्ड्स आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं। क्रिएटेड, क्रिएटेड मतलब कंट्रोल है। टू से आई डोंट हैव टाइम इज टू से आई डोंट वांट टू। अब आई डोंट वांट टू को ना हमेशा नेगेटिव सेंस में मत लेना एस्से में। यार मुझे इतनी ज्यादा क्लैरिटी है कि मैं नहीं करना चाहता टाइम स्पेंड आपके साथ, मैं आपको टाइम नहीं देना चाहता, तो वो भी तो जरूरी है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर कल कोई परसों कोई बच्चा मेंस दे रहा है, ठीक है, और वो कहेगा कि सर मेरा वर्ड हिस्ट्री नहीं हुआ, तो मैं कहूंगा यार एक दिन में क्या ही कर लोगे, तो अब मत ही दो ना उसको टाइम, एज सिंपल एज दैट। तो भाई अब रात को टाइम थोड़ी देना है यार उसको, मतलब उससे कोई फायदा वायदा होने नहीं वाले यार आपको। ठीक है, एज सिंपल एज दैट। ठीक है, तो उसको फायदा नहीं होगा उस स्टूडेंट को, एज सिंपल एज दैट। ठीक है, सॉर्टेड। सो आई डोंट वांट टू। चलो अब स्टार्ट करते हैं। जो पहला ऐसे मेरे पास आया, back in 2012, it is a remote valley of the Pakistan when a 10-year-old bid goodbye to her classmates. Little did she know when, if ever, she would be able to see them again. फर्स्ट मैं एक चीज बोलूंगा, ऐसे में यूपीएससी के में ऐसे शॉर्ट फॉर्म्स अपन लोग यूज ना करें तो बेटर है। लेट इट बी होल देम, ठीक है, वो हेल्प करता है, क्योंकि मतलब अच्छा लगता है एक, अगर आप पूरा ढंग से इसको एक्सप्लेन करते हुए चलोगे। ठीक है, then it says on her way from school she was shot point blank in her head for injustice that prevailed in the front of her eyes. It's when these eyes, dreaming of making her parents proud, saw their worst nightmare. And fast forward to 2024, while some call the girl who was shot by the Taliban, others see as a woman indomitable will who fought her right. Yes, it's Malala. ओके, अब इस एस्से में इंट्रोडक्शन में मुझे पढ़ के मजा आया। तो सबसे पहले अब जिसका एस्से है उसको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये एस्से अच्छा क्यों था, इसका इंट्रोडक्शन अच्छा क्यों था। एक चीज होती है एस्से में एक, जिसको मैं बोलता हूँ आइडिया वर्सेस फैक्ट। तो अगर मैं आप लोगों में से सपोज किसी को यहाँ पे इंट्रोड्यूस करता हूँ, ठीक है, उसका नाम है सपोज राज, ठीक है, और उसके बारे में फैक्ट्स है कि वो आईआईटी के जीपी से पढ़ा हुआ है, वो लड़का मे बी टॉपर है आईआईएम से लखनऊ का, मैं अपने एल्वामीटर का ही नाम ले लेता हूँ थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे। देन इट माइट बी केस कि राज के बारे में बोलता हूँ कि ठीक है यार उसको फुटबॉल भी पसंद है। ठीक है, तो ये ना इसके बारे में फैक्ट्स हैं। बट आइडिया क्या है, राज एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन है और एक बहुत बढ़िया स्टूडेंट है। तो आई माइट बी सेइंग दैट इन माय मीटिंग देयर इज वन गाय, लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस टू यू, लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस यू गाइस टू दैट गाय। He is none other than the boy who first fulfilled his quota dream. Yes, he cracked the IIT after living 1 year away from his family, and he got IIT Kharagpur, and he got over there mechanical engineering, maybe. And at the mechanical engineering, he realized that it's not about the auto parts. His calling is something management. Then he pursued his management skills to one of the top tier institutes of India. Yes, he added one more feather. He cleared CAT with the 100 percentile, and he ensured that he got IIM Lucknow. And to say that he's not just a insect of a book, rather than the person is having the all-round personality. So he has also played the football. Meet the fact, the person, the Raj in the meeting. तो अब ये जो मैंने लास्ट में किया ना, सेम चीज यही मेरे साथ एस्से में हुई है। उसके बारे में मुझे यहाँ से क्लैरिटी आने शुरू हो गई है कि मतलब ये स्टूडेंट मुझे कहना क्या चाह रहा है अपने एस्से में। एंड इट इज द वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वे व्हेन यू पुट योर फैक्ट लास्ट बट योर आइडिया फर्स्ट। ठीक है, now neither their ideas has the bullets could win. Okay, at the same time, as she made her way to the halls of United Nations in New York, becoming a global symbol, a peaceful protest, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate after months of the recovery rehabilitation, when they faced with the choice to live a quite peaceful life in the UK or to continue to fight until every girl go to school, she chose the latter because the splinter in her eye became the best magnifying glass. Yet, so artistic. It's one of the best way to start the essay. Hence, ठीक है, wrote Helen Keller, keep your face to the sunshine and you will never see a shadow. Many times when the life gives a choice between pleasure, upholding the virtues, the latter also fulfills success. The problem is that I'm reading the second page. Nowhere I got the time created. So if you ask me, sir, where is the essay? I will say the story is good, but how I can relate it to my essay? So if you just look at it, I'm not getting that how the time is being created. So time to fight what's just rather than waiting for the great global institutions to speak up, make time to address. Okay, now, centuries back, a group of merchants when came to India for trade, commerce. I did not get the idea of the per se, I will say title. So I'm still missing on the title side. Getting it? So I still have to think about it कि title side पे मुझे clarity नहीं मिल रहा. Centuries back, a group of merchants went back to India for trade, commerce. Little did we know that small group of handful merchants will one day rip India brutally of her status of golden bird of the world. ठीक है? तो अब मैं कह रहा हूँ कि golden bird से चला जाएगा, लेकिन time is created. So if you want to say that Indian time will be created, you should first tell me how. You should first tell me how we are controlling our time. It might be case that we fought the war of independence, then we go for per se public law 480 to the green revolution, then we are becoming the third. So if you are saying that this way I'm going to control my time and want to give my time, I still have to check it. Where is my actual heading? So the copy is still unable to force me to read the title within the thing. Second wrong thing that you will find in the essay, you will never ever go for such long paragraph. Ideal thing in any essay paper should be that you should have 3 paragraphs. Okay, somewhere here, sorry. Okay, somewhere here. So this should be the length. Means your third paragraph should start over here and it might end somewhere here. Getting it? So even if your in whole page, I will say at least 2 full paragraphs should be visible. Else it will not be a right way to represent the essay. As simple as that. Okay. So now it says, so let's say because they were way ahead of their time while the local kings and chieftains were busy quartering among themselves, they were ahead their time because time is created thing. Here, first time, I am able to get it what the essay is actually about. So it took me 3 pages, and believe me, in examiner will not take you for granted. It will particularly look for hitting the bullseye in the very first page. Okay, so had it been, I will say, if you have to actually improve this essay, you will be showing your title somewhere here. I would have come up, okay, as you know that it says, and time is created. She did not have time. The time, or you can say the time was time period one, or the way we say feeling one कि अपना टाइम सही नहीं चल रहा है. ठीक है, तो उस साइड से भी बता रहे कि उसने टाइम क्रिएट किया, उसने टाइम डिवोट किया पढ़ाई में. तो she should have said that I don't have a time, I will not study, I have to think of my future, these people have shot me, let's bog down to these terrorists or the present dispensation, not say terrorists. Okay, so this is how the things are. The demand for self-rule were pushed aside the decades with the British changing Indians were not ready. Again, a good, not ready shows the time that you're creating the time. We will never be ready. Underlying which was the lack of political will, not actually scarcity of time. Very good. So from here, you actually put up the right image of the essay. No wonder, similar to the degraded conditions, another vulnerable group of who have been exploited, stemming a propounded by the Manusmritis. Okay, so I will be telling you to make sure that just end somewhere your paragraph here. unwillingness of society to deconstruct these age-old notions embedded with the idea it's business for more important. It might be the case that you can give a separate para to this. Now, another thing, since I believe this might be your first essay, first thing first in essay, it should be that your essay should be catchy. That you try to make your writing style is good, even that is a plus point. But there's another thing that I look for is coherency. Coherency is nothing but when your last line of previous paragraph, last line of previous paragraph is connected with the next line of first paragraph. This is what coherency. So when you are actually bringing up Bhagavad Gita, so can you come up with this state either maybe related to Mahabharata in the last, and then you start with the Bhagavad Gita? It will give you the coherency in your essay. It will give you the coherency in your essay. This is how the things are. Again, Bhagavad Gita reminds us the time I am destroyer of the words. Time becomes meaningful only when the consciously directed towards the dharma. Moments me too. Okay, fair enough. A very good point of view, I will say. Very good. No time for justice. Fair enough. Good enough. Moving further back, when the ecosystem was engulfed with the domination of the church superstition, there was a for the proper nucleus who, despite being stood firm to the shore. Okay, fair scientific advancement. In the Indian content, Arya Samaj was Satya Sotak Samaj race. Now, here time wala factor is not that clear. You tell na how people did not act as well in the last. Chalo, abhi nahi to flip side mein. Okay. In the content Arya Samaj, okay, gave up the lucrative career to become the voice of backward. So basically relate it with the time. Na? I'm telling you again and again, whatever the title of essay is there, it should be visible. If the title of the essay is not visible, it means somewhere you are doing something wrong. These reforms individually refuse to accept the action, not the right time. Okay, fair enough. This para is again good. When we have already crossed the mark for 1.5, I mean, from the previous time, developed nations still choose to not write the time. Fair enough. Now, I will be saying again, this much is already clear when you are talking about the Britishers or similar line. Okay, so I will be saying it's a good way to at least compare the Western in the historical, that even these Western players were wrong then, even in the environmental side, they are wrong still. So it's a good way to convey your thoughts. Okay. On the contrary, the global South Indian time must be created. Fair enough, a parallel has been established. So here I can find the coherency. Not the right time must be created. So this coherency I'm asking, it should be there. Interplay of internal discipline responsibility. Fair enough. All hope is not lost. Time is not. It is a mirror of human intention. Not the right time. Well, so you should show some flip side. Sometimes it's not at the right time. I don't want to. Even that is fine. Okay. This was your last page. True leadership is in the creating time to affirm the courage of commitment. One more thing, I would have again gone through the Malala, completed the circle. So never end essay like this. Okay. Chalo. So if the structure was there, I just took this copy to share with you all. I call it synopsis approach. So for mains students, I call them, if you do not have time, because you cannot create the time, if you do not have time, you don't want to write essay, at least write synopsis in this format. So this helps for the brainstorming. So when you write any essay, give at least 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, I will say, to this work. Okay, this way you will be able to at least go ahead. At least you will be able to do better. Done. Okay, so this is the skeleton format. All I can say, see the date, what you are going to write. And whosoever is the writer of this copy, your ideas were good. Chalo, time is clear. One day you will wake up and there won't be more time to do the things you have already. Paul Coelho, fair enough. Time is a great thing, and I don't have the time to say I don't want to. Lao Tzu, okay. Lao Tzu, every existence being. So I will say never use two quotations in the starting itself. Take one, explain, give example, move to other. Every existence, not a very good introduction. Narrow perception, good life experience, don't waste time otherwise. Again, again, a quotation. No, never, never. Don't go like this. Never go like this. Never, ever go like this. That's all I will say. Okay. The idea reflects the okay, prioritize the push. Okay. Okay. This is going to look for yeah. I will say you wrote less like a essay rather than ethics answer. Long ethics answer. Essay never do such things. Not rewarded. Not rewarded at all. ठीक है positive women certain the integral part of living the woman does not have time for the education. Nah, 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 not right. Interpretation issues is also there for this. Missing the demand. Time for nation. India has faced this swift forward in many ways to the development of time, like technology. Here you should have said na, that we created the time. It would have been better. Had you said that we have created the time, it would have been way better, way, way better. Time for global citizenship. So you were in the thinking mode. I guess you are the person who said I got 1 hour. Okay. आराम से पढ़ूंगा. It looks good. This is something which I often when my friend during the UPSC preparation I have heard that this is my convenience. अभी नहीं बचा, अभी time नहीं बचा. Okay, quite funny. The above example shows he didn't create time for the very good example. Very good example. I would have been very happy instead of I. You should have used the third person. Ram, Raj, Sham, whatever be the case. But a very good way to start. But wait, it's not time. It will, this process we call it scoping. Scoping means actually going deeper into the same topic. I look at the same completion of the day line, time is the moment, line every breath of the human. ठीक है, everybody time, but it's always true. Can everybody create time by themselves? Corporate Mazdoor. Very good. Ab now Mazdoor, corporate employee, you just look at the things. You will be able to connect better. Want to create time for the his or her office. ठीक है. Hence creating a time for okay, I don't have time. I don't want to do something. Because I feel that means the thing. For example, there is a saying that SBI Bank that currently there is a lunch break. Don't put public institutions in negative light. You are not doing stand up in the essay. एक दो जगह ठीक है कॉर्पोरेट मजदूर आ गया एंड ऑल बट अब ज्यादा हो रहा है. वन गुड थिंग इज अबाउट द लेंथ ऑफ द पैराग्राफ. इट कैन बी कर्टेल्ड. ये जो लास्ट का है थोड़ा सा मतलब वहां पे थोड़ा काम कर सकते हैं. आई डोंट डेटा भी नहीं ठीक है. So look like a clarity that yes, time is created, but yes, I don't know. Very good. This is what I wanted, which was missing in the first copy. If we go one step ahead, we could actually many times in like we do not have the time. Okay, the example unimportant like many. Okay, okay. Even after having the time. After seeing all these different possibilities, questions arises. What could be the ideal way? Fair enough. I say we need to good. One thing good about this essay is coherency. Bad thing about this essay is cliche example. Cliche. The other hand, role of the government. So ये miss कर गया मैं. No plus for the factor lab. I don't have the time for these challenges. Okay. Flow could have been better. मजा नहीं आया पढ़ के इसको ज्यादा. His tasks and the jobs. Good. Would definitely feel proud of the time we created. Take a role of the government to win national time. Efficient focus on the goals. Government will play the crucial role. Government needs to threes efficiency. It shows either public administration or the governance parties being there. Very good. Another good thing about this essay is at least the person has tried to open the dimensions. I will talk in the end about the dimensions. The country will also excel in the field like semiconductor. Why only the government and government will be feel peaceful? They don't it. Fair enough to bring Gandhiji well said if you want to change the world, first change yourself, be smaller in better tomorrow. We the people of India social media result will create time for the development what the complaint will say I don't have time for the things which are against the humanity. Will say I don't have very good conclusion. Innovative you try to be. Yes, fine. If everybody takes this place, I feel and more people. Good. So this essay was on somehow. See, this is what I said. When the people will do the brainstorming, they will write generally a good essay. So yeah, that's all from my side when it comes to essay wala side. Okay. Done. So any one of you have any doubt, any question, you guys can shoot it up. I have already reviewed your essay. If you have, you just can speak it up. Yes, please.
Sir, the last copy was mine. So during writing the essay, I was able to identify that I'm writing very cliche examples. I'm not writing any example. Actually, I'm just writing my story only. So I want to ask that how should I collect examples topic wise? So if a particular topic comes on, suppose power. So if, for example, power is for empowerment, not to oppress others. So I collected examples for power that okay, these are the politician examples, these are the economic examples, economic powers, etc., etc., etc. But this way, I feel it's an inefficient way to collect an example for a various number of topics. So, for example, this time topic. Now, when I started brainstorming, I was not able to find the good examples. I was only able to find the dimensions that okay, I can think on this line that okay, if I don't have time, do really I don't want to do it, or I just avoiding it. So I was finding dimensions, but not the relevant examples. So how to collect examples for this kind of broad essays?
So basically, if you are asking me how to collect the examples for the broad essays, so as simple as that, you have to do nothing rather than you have to create. For example, you started very quite good. So instead of UPSC or own journey, you could have used the third person. First thing I said. Then it's all about the time, na. Rishabh
Yes, sir.
Pant, he got accident, he met accident, and then he suddenly was on the bed for 6 months, 8 months, and he created time for recovery. He created time, his time to come back. He was again in the Indian team. He played for it. Simple. India per se, Pokhran issue. Okay, so we created our time. I did mean that I don't want to. It would have been easy for us, na? That the people, say Western countries are not supporting. So basically, look out the watershed moments and relate to your essay. As simple as that.
Yes, sir.
Fine, done. Yes, anyone else? If no, just type no in the chat box so that I can end this meeting. Okay, fair enough. So I will be sharing the best copy in the group itself. Okay, so all of you can learn from it. It was just a random session that it came of mind because I was exhausted. I wanted to do something creative, and all of you became a stakeholder of the same. So thank you so much. चलो फिर मिलते हैं. Most likely a planned session. Most likely day after tomorrow. Things are getting settled for me. So let's meet as soon as possible with the cave session from the my side. The first session that I will be taking in the live.